Howdy folks, Brother Jim reporting here from End Times Prophecy News. Please click on the sub and subscribe button and make sure you click on the bell on the right for notifications and be prepared to be desubbed. Many people are desubbed per day. Hate crime in New York City. Black transgender man attacks random white people in AOC's Bronx video. Random. Black people are, this black man is attacking random white people. A black trans man named Thomas J. Hurd is accused of attacking random white people in the Bronx in what's being investigated as a series of hate crimes. It's very, very close to that. They used to have this like sucker punch where they go up and just punch anyone and knock them out. Hitting old men, all kinds of people. Yeah, the black people were doing that too. But it's the white man's fault. Okay, white man is devil. Hurd was born a man but identifies as a woman, but his legal name is still Thomas. There you go. Woman sprays unknown substance in series of attacks. Police launch hate crime investigation. I mean, remember, this is Orange Man's fault. No, it's actually the devils, the democrats doing it. Look at this. Kicking a woman. Can you believe this? Hold on a second. It's not what I wanted to do, sorry. Let's show it to you one more time here. There, he kicked a woman right there. Look at this. He just goes up and kicks a woman in the leg. What a nutball. Now he's going after her again. He's kicking her again. Now he's yelling at her or something. There he is coming after someone else. A woman was arrested after police say she went on a spree of hate attacks using some type of pepper spray-like liquid on random strangers. She was identified by police as Thomas Hurd, a 37-year-old transgender Shiite woman from the Bronx. She was just arrested after 4:30 p.m. on Crotona Avenue and 187th Street after another woman was threatened with a sharp object. The victim called police to help track her down. Police are also looking into whether she could be connected to an attack Friday in the Bronx. An exclusive surveillance video obtained by Eyewitness News, a woman in a light blue jacket violently kicked a random stranger in her leg. Soon after that, police say she attacked another woman while waiting for the 1 train at West 96th Street and Broadway. Police are now investigating Friday's attacks as hate crimes. Hurd was charged with assault as a hate crime, menacing as a hate crime, harassment as a hate crime, and assault with a criminal possession of a weapon. Police also recovered scissors and a pepper spray. What the hell? California grandfather is told that he's dying by a robot doctor? Is this what we become? The family of a California man is outraged after a hospital used a robotic doctor to break the news to their elderly loved one that he is dying from chronic lung disease. The incident took place. It always happens in California first, doesn't it? The incident took place on March 3rd when a nurse wheeled in a machine with a screen showing a doctor into a 78-year-old Ernest Quintana's hospital room at Kaiser Permanente Medical Center Emergency Department in Fremont, California. And folks, I took my kids to Kaiser Permanente, not my kids, my parents to Kaiser Permanente in California when I used to live there in their last days. They let them die on purpose. That's what they do. Think about the name, Permanente. Is it not German? Think about Mueller. What about Mueller and the fake special prosecutor that he is against our president in the United States. It's amazing. The nurse came around and said the doctor was going to make rounds, and I thought, okay, no big deal, I'm here. His granddaughter, Annalisa Wilhelm, told USA Today.
Is going to hospice at home, right?
I don't know if he's going to get home.
Okay.
Because I know you have a DNR in place, but you're still, we're still treating you very aggressively.
Can you hear him? Okay.
If you want, I can transition you to make sure you're comfortable. Everything is focused around your comfort.
That's the same garbage they said to my parents, as they did nothing. And there was actually surgery that my dad could have. Of course, my dad was 92 years old, and they refused to do it.
What you want?
He said yes. So do you want some morphine to make you comfortable and relax?
Anyway, and on top of that, my parents, my mom, in her last days, you know what they did to her? They said, well, she's in a stroke right now, okay, and she's not waking up. So what'd they do? They stopped feeding her and gave her massive drugs. That's right. They stopped feeding her. Instead of a human, they wouldn't even feed her intravenously. So what they were doing was they were starving her while she was in a stroke. Yeah. Instead of a human being, the nurse wheeled in the robot who informed Quintana and his family that they had run out of options for medical treatment and wanted to put him on a morphine drip to ease the pain until his passing. That's what they do. And they stop feeding you too. They will not feed you because they want to make sure you die real soon, within 3 days. That's right. Annalisa Wilhelm needed to restate much of what the machine communicated, as her grandfather struggled to hear and understand. So now they send in machines because the doctor doesn't give a S about telling you may pass away soon. So let's send in a machine because we don't care. I don't want to deal with the look on their face, so I'll just make a recording. They learned that the doctor believed Quintana would not be able to return home for their hospice care. They discussed the appropriate amount of morphine to use to ease Quintana's suffering. The hospital has apologized and said that they regret falling short of the patient's expectations. Right, sure. I can't stand the hospitals. The evening video televisit was a follow-up to earlier physician visits. Michelle Gaskin-Hames, Senior Vice President of Kaiser Permanente, Greater Southern Alameda County, told USA Today it did not replace previous conversations with patient and family members and was not used in the delivery of the initial diagnosis. What has that got to do with anything? Nothing. Sickening. All right, we go back to Zechariah chapter 4 and verse 3. And the two olive trees by it, one upon the right side of the bowl and the other upon the left side thereof. So I answered and spake to the angel that talked with me, saying, What are these, my Lord? Then the angel that talked with me answered and said unto me, Knowest thou not what these be? And I said, No, my Lord. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of the Lord unto Zerubbabel, saying, Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. Who art thou, O great mountain? Well, in Ezekiel 28, Lucifer is created upon the mountain of God. And in Isaiah 14, God is referred to as, in many places, the Most High. A mountain of God, you see. Before Zerubbabel thou shalt become a plain, and he shall bring forth the headstone thereof with shoutings, cryings, grace, grace onto it. Now, I see this as Jesus is the branch or the headstone or cornerstone of the church age, and that Paul the Apostle, he says that he in Ephesians 3:2 that he has given us the age of grace. In version, for this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Jesus Christ, for you Gentiles, if ye have heard of the dispensation of the grace of God, which is given me to you word. So the dispensation of the church age or grace of God is the 2,000 years ever since the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. All right. So I see that as exactly this right here. Grace, grace onto it. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, the hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house. His hand shall also finish it, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts has sent me unto you. We will continue in verse 10. Thank you.
Let me be serious with you. I would rather that you donate to my ministry directly. I cannot survive financially to keep this ministry and new service going without your help. And we all know their plans to shut me down again. But many of you would like to receive a gift or product as a token of my appreciation. And I don't blame you. Isn't it about time Uncle Sam started paying you instead of you paying him? It is about time. The federal government pays you your rent check. The government rents out thousands of buildings instead of buying them every year. This is all funded by the current $11.1 billion building fund in our budget. Get your free federal rent check today. Sign up with the Federal Millionaire information here down below. Become a shareholder to receive federal rent checks for life by making a one-time investment as a shareholder. An IRS ruling declares this to be totally legal. This is no joke, no scam, and been for many years. The longer your name is on the distribution list, the larger your federal rent check grows. As inflation rises along with real estate, the government pays you more every year. Starting out as little as $1,800 a month would be your rent check. Wouldn't that be nice to receive every month a rent check like that? The federal government continues to raise your income as inflation rises. This puts an end to retiring with a fixed income that leaves you going broke as you get older. This will put a major dent in those people who hate their home taxes going up every year, wouldn't it? And folks, the price for this valuable information will cost you only $39 a year or $79 for a 2-year membership. Sign up today.